Dan. Name of my channel is Numerical Lion, where I use Gematria, or probably pronounced Gematria, to reveal the false reality in which we live in. And here's a story, by the numbers, of course. Poland reacts angrily to not Netflix Nazi death camp documentaries from the BBC, November 12th. And so, here's a picture of Auschwitz, Birkenau. And Poland's prime minister has written to streaming company Netflix, insisting on changes to The Devil Next Door, a documentary about the Nazi death camps. I'm going to try to pronounce his name. I'm not very fluent in Polish, though. Matus Marawicki. I'm not even sure if that's even closely correct. Anyway, he said a map shown in the series locates the death camps within modern-day Poland's borders. This misrepresents Poland as being responsible for the death camps when it was actually occupied by Germany in World War II, Mr. Marawicki said. Netflix told Reuters it was aware of concerns regarding the documentary. Nazi Germany, just in case you didn't know, invaded Poland in 1939, which marked the beginning of the war. The Germans built concentration camps, including at Auschwitz, killing millions of people, most of them Jews. Mr. Morawiecki said in his letter to Reed Hastings, the CEO of Netflix, that it was important to honor the memory and preserve the truth about World War II and the Holocaust. He accused certain works on Netflix of being hugely inaccurate and rewriting history. So he goes on to say that the Prime Minister attached a map of Europe in late 1942 to the letter, as well as an account by Witold Pilecki, who was voluntarily imprisoned in Auschwitz and wrote about his experience after successfully escaping. Wait a minute. This guy voluntarily was imprisoned? That means he willingly was imprisoned? Anyway, I believe that this terrible mistake has been committed unintentionally, Mr. Marawicki added. I'm not really sure. And they go on to talk more about, what happened according to the history, his story. I'm not sure why they're so upset because, everybody knows that the Nazis occupied Poland. I'm not sure why he's so upset that they're located in modern day Poland's borders. And he's saying this misrepresents Poland as being responsible for the death camps. Anyway, let's get to the decode here. So it was on a day with 42 numerology. 11 plus 12 plus 19 is 42. And what are we talking about? We're talking about the Holocaust, or Holocaust. Holocaust 42. If you're new to this work, this is called Gematria. And there's 4 base ciphers. There's the English ordinal, where A is 1, Z is 26. Reduction, where everything is reduced down to a single digit. So instead of Z being 26, Z is 8. And then reverse ordinal, which means the alphabetical order reverse. So Z is 1 instead of 26, and A is 26. And then something called reverse full reduction, where A is 8, right, and Z is 1. So it's just the alphabetical order reduced. There's also something called the S exception, and that's how I use to get Holocaust. Write out Holocaust. It equals 42. And also you write out, it's interesting that Holocaust happened during World War. World War, also 114, 42, and 48. Look at the parallels here. If it hits in one cipher, what are the chances of that happening? If it's in 2, it's even more remote. But 3, that's pretty incredible. What about World War II, as they write in the article? That's a little different, but what's associated with World War II? It's the death camp, 172 as well. World War II, death camp, 172. So back to the decode. Holocaust 42, World War 42. War itself is 42. English ordinal, where W is 23. A, the first letter, R, the 18th. You add it up. Anybody with an elementary school education can do this. Just adding numbers up. So it happened on a day with 23 numerology. 11 plus 12 is 23, and we're talking about Nazis. In fact, if you write out Nazis, it'll be our favorite number in this practice, 33, right? Nazis, why the Holocaust about Nazis? Nazis 33, Holocaust 33. They're linked to the Holocaust. So Nazi 23 happened on a day with 23 numerology, Everything by the numbers. The name of the movie on Netflix is The Devil Next Door, 83, which is a murder number. Oops, clicked on the wrong thing. Murder 83, but also the properties of 83. 83 is the 23rd prime number. So getting back to Nazi. Getting back to the day numerology. That's why we're talking about it today. And why is Poland in the news today? Well, Poland equals 62. And what's so special about that? It was a day with 62 numerology. 11 plus 12 plus 20 plus 19 is 62. That's where we're talking. Everything's done by this code. Now I looked at the president. His name is, whatever that name is. Born on June 620 or 62. Numerology, Poland equals 62, right? And from his birthday, which one is it? No, it's this one. So from his birthday to this incident, he's 68 years old. It was the 20th week and 6th day of his age, or 26, right? And this is a Catholic number, Jesus Christ, 146, something different. And if you write out his name, oh yeah, this was interesting. Check this out. So his name, let's get his name here. Matus Mirawaki, really butchering his name. And the story about Auschwitz. Now, I know it doesn't match in any of the ciphers, but look how close it is. 212, 211, 76, 77, 86, 85, 247, 248, 103, 104. I mean, what are the odds? I mean, that's insane how close it is. So looking at his numbers, 139, a number of Freemasonry. Obviously, you don't get to be president of Poland without being in the club. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't. It's just the way it is. So just another story by the numbers. Everything's done by this code. And why are they talking about 1939? And why are they talking about Reed Hastings? Why is the president of Poland writing a letter? Reed Hastings. I'm not sure why either, but 47, 52, 119. The Star of David, 119. It's 9/11 backwards. It's a murder number. Hastings. So he wrote a letter to Hastings, and his last name is Morawaki. Or no, his full name is Morawaki. His full name, which I can't pronounce. I can do the Jacob part. Equals 139, just like 139, the 34th prime number. So that's why we're talking about Hastings, the CEO of Netflix. But that's what I look like right here. At some point, I'll get a, what are those things called? A webcam. We're just trying to get this information out there to people that, this is what's going on. Your news stories are coded. Your history is coded. Everything is coded. Sports are coded because the people that run this world are Kabbalists. And Kabbalists believe that in the beginning, God merged the number and the letter. and he basically created things with words, and words are numbers, and words are letters, and letters are numbers. And yeah, so please subscribe to my channel, Numerical Lion. Subscribe to all the other truth-seeking channels out there. Zachary K. Hubbard, Dan Barrett, Chigozie Truth, Simple Truth Television, all those guys. They do great work. And we're just trying to get people to wake up to what's going on. All right, thanks so much.